go, I do want to show my little mini collection.
Right.
Sorry, Chris, I don't know how to do this well anymore.
I'll tell you the secret after this.
Okay. So in a little our little kind of group chat, we were talking about Timeless earlier. So I have 5 Timeless, and Timeless is a weird label because they were also reissued by Muse, so you can get the Muse versions that I probably are pressed in the United States. But these are I have 5 Timeless titles. So this one, I know Rob, you're not a big fan of
I
this.
don't like that album.
I know what you mean, I think, but I think I really love how this is recorded. I love how the drums sound on this. The snare sounds wet on this. It's really just like I think when I can't stop listening to the drummer.
It's Billy Higgins, bro.
Billy Higgins, and really good. I mean, I think this did pretty well because they did Easter Rebellion 2 and 3.
Oh yeah, for sure.
After this, so this is a Timeless title, which Timeless is a European title.
It feels very easy listening to me.
No,
I think you need to revisit it because
you need to listen again.
You have George Coleman on here, Cedar Walton.
I don't see how that cannot be good.
It's good.
It's good. Where the hell is this press? Where's this city? Made in Holland.
Yeah.
So these are made in
I mean,
Holland.
the version of There's No Business Like Show Business on there, Ethel Merman's is better.
Now listen, I have a proposal for you, Mike. Mike, you said you understand why he might not like that record. You should sell that to me.
No.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, the reason why I say that is because I think it's not the music. I think the instrument sound, and what I mean by that is like how the drums sound, how the instruments are recorded.
Right.
It sounds like there is a production quality that's associated with it, and I could see that. I'm like that.
It does feel overproduced. That's
like
right.
I'm
overproduced.
For me, it's not, but I am like that with other labels that will rename.
Well, it's 70s stuff, man. I mean, the 70s they just.
I think CTI's overproduction sound actually is too much for me, and it like even the
bands,
what is it, Red Clay? Like Red Clay, I can't even get in. I mean, I have it.
To me.
And I don't want to trash anything.
I think that we need our resident counselor to come up and give you a tongue lashing for talking.
Okay, next one is this one is really hard to find. I think it's not like it's insanely expensive, but this is the Curtis Fuller.
Oh, cool.
It's Curtis Fuller and Pepper Adams. It's those guys. And then I think the rhythm section is like a European bunch of Europeans. So yeah, it's like James Williams, Dennis Irwin, and John Yarling. Do you guys know any of those guys?
No.
That's the rhythm. I think those are guys that are in Europe. And
I went to high school with John Yarling.
This actually, I love Pepper Adams. But this isn't my favorite, but I think it's really cool to have. It's later Curtis Fuller. I love Curtis Fuller. So anyway, I got this because of Mike. This is when I was
that's really cool.
in the school of Mike to learn about Wynton Marsalis, and what shocked me, which of course it shocked me because I didn't know anything, is that Wynton Marsalis is a jazz messenger. This is Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, and the first name on there is Wynton Marsalis. And so I picked this up. This is also on Timeless, and this is a cool record.
Yeah, I really like that.
It's a good one. Blakey put a bunch out, not a bunch, but I mean he put at least like 3 or 4 records out on Timeless.
Yeah, I don't know if I think
In My Prime, the one that came out for Record Store Day.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think Wynton became the director, or it might have been James Williams, or the both of them at that time, because that was after Bobby Watson left the Jazz Messengers. And what's funny is that Wynton and James Williams were in the Jazz Messengers at the same time, and like I don't know, what time it had to be. It was in the '90s, and I was in this club called Bradley's, and Gary Bartz was playing, and everybody showed up. Like the Bradleys would stay open to like the last set would probably start at like 2 a.m. or whatever. So all the other jazz musicians would like show up after their gigs. So Gary Bartz was playing, and it was fabulous. And all the musicians, started showing up. James Williams was there. Wynton was there. And a bunch of young musicians were there. When Wynton came in, because some of his guys were playing at the Vanguard, and I remember James Williams like mumbling, when Wynton walked past, that motherfucker. What's going on with those guys?
Yeah. Now, was Art still paying the guys in heroin at this point? Like the player?
No way. Wynton didn't do. He wasn't doing H.
No.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, it's the younger guys sort of, they didn't sort of take art stuff like some of the older guys. Like what was it? I think which one of not Michael, Randy Becker was telling a story a few years ago when they did this Art Blakey thing at Lincoln Center, where Art owed him some money from playing in the band, playing, and he went, he was looking for Art, he finally went to, see Art, and then Art was just talking a bunch of shit. And then, Randy Becker just realized, the money went to the drug dealer.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just like, it's, like it's all right. It just, and he just left it at that. But the younger guys, they were when Wynton, Terrence Blanchard, Bobby Watson, and those guys, they ran that band. Like Art, they handled the details.
Mm-hmm.
Like Art would show up like, at a couple of the practices, and I'm not saying that he was a figurehead or anything, because his advice was priceless.
Yeah.
Bobby Watson, all those guys, they ran that band. They handled the details.
Yeah.
They dealt with the promoters. Not our.
Well, a lot of that happened throughout his career. I mean, he had he had guys that were basically the musical directors of the band, even back in the '60s.
Yeah.
So this is released in '81. It may have been recorded a little earlier, but I think Wynton Marsalis, did he have any lead sessions? Like, was he signed by Columbia at this point, or is he still coming up?
I don't think so.
I don't think maybe when that came out, he might have been on Columbia.
Okay.
I bought that I bought my copy in Okinawa when I was there, and that was when I bought mine was the same time that Black Codes from the Underground came out.
Because he was born in '61, so that means he was about 1920 on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, young trumpeter. Reminiscent of some other young trumpeters that played with Blakey. So,
Don't you have to go walk your dog?
But that's just a killer group there. Those guys like Bill Pierce, he's an underrated player.
But again, I will say there is a production sound to this, which
was that before?
It does affect like how the music sounds. I mean,
What was that before or after he joined the VSOP?
Who? Wynton?
Yeah.
I would think this is.
That was Freddie.
Wynton was there.
Yeah. But he was after Freddie, right?
Yeah.
I think it's got to be way earlier.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. I don't really know Wynton's discography very well. Okay, two more and then I'm getting out of here. So this we already saw tonight.
Yeah, that's so good.
I got this. I mean, the lineup is ridiculous. Like, familiar with everybody. So Louis Hayes, Junior Cook, Woody Shaw, Ronnie Matthews on piano, Clifford James, and then I don't know who this James something Franco. But really, this is one of the best timeless you can get. This is also reissued on Muse in the United States with a different cover, and it's not an expensive record at all. But it's it's a great record. And then finally, Ryan DeGraff. He plays with Tom Harrell, Ron Huber, I don't know either of those guys.
Ronnie
But then
Huber's badass, man.
Mhm.
Sam Jones and Louis Hayes.
It was.
So this is a promo. And this actually is interesting. So this is Timeless Muse.
Yeah.
So Muse and Timeless went into negotiation to press in the United States. I think it's kind of like how what is it? Steeplechase and Inner City had a relationship for
It's exactly like that. Yeah.
distribution in the United States. I think it's like almost identical because like this is also a Dutch pressing, so or recorded in home. So yeah. So anyways, Timeless is a cool label to check out. You know, I've sampled some stuff that I thought would be cool. Like they have a Johnny Griffin with I can't remember, but it's a live record, and it's not that the music's bad. It's like the recording is just awful. Really, you know, made it a little unappealing. But yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here. But the jump off for me is what Timeless records do you guys have?
Oh, well, I can talk about them.
I have a ton. I have that one that Vinyl Me Please is reissuing with Art Blakey and Freddie Hubbard. I have that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do have. There are some other ones actually.
I'm gonna show one really quick.
You just left. Wait, Time Passages. That's not a fucking Timeless record. That's Time. Okay. Don't know that record? Al Stewart, Time Passages. Time Passages.
Can you not mention lame records, please? You did a good job so far tonight.
That's a solid $2 record, dude.
Oh no.
I got a copy. No, but check the. I want to show my screen.
This is a Timeless record.
Oh yeah.
It's not you.
And
Who is it? Oh, Tommy Flanagan. Nice.
Yeah. Tommy Flanagan, George Mraz, Kenny Washington on drums.
Yeah, I'd love to have a copy of that.
It's a really good one.
I've really gotten into George Mraz since you started talking about him, and I just got it.
I mean,
you know,
he's
records with him. He's fucking badass, man.
yeah.
I have a lot of Timeless. When I went to a yard sale and they had a huge jazz collection, and I picked up some Cedar Walton Timeless. There's one with Cedar Walton Ron Carter I have on Timeless.
Yeah.
There's like a live one with Billy Cobham.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've got, let's see. They did a lot of John Hicks on Timeless. There's a Mal Waldron called No More Tears for Lady Day.
Yeah.
There's a Marion Brown Quartet. This is Timeless Muse. La Placita live in Willisaw. There's the Timeless All Stars. Yeah. There's George Coleman, Amsterdam and After Dark, which is really good. And there's one that I hope they reissue on vinyl. It's a Gary Bartz. It's called Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got at the time they were all like young lions, except for Victor Lewis on drums. But Benny Green and Kristen McBride and a tenor player by the name of Willie Williams. And it is really good. It is really good. I would hope that they would do, since they're Timeless is reissuing stuff on vinyl.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I was going to mention real quick. Yeah, that exact thing, Rob. Show that record. Not that one. Well, you show that one too.
This is on Timeless. Hank Jones and Red Mitchell.
Oh, cool.
But
No, that's a good record.
Nicole sent this to me as VCLT.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have that one.
Light in the Attic reissued this, but this is on Timeless.
Yeah, that was I have that on CD, and I have the original CD, and then they reissued it on vinyl, which I have too.
Nicole, I'm sorry, I'm going to open this tonight and listen to it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you should. No, it's a good record, Rob. You'll enjoy that. It's
Yeah,
really
it really is.
Don't threaten me, Chris.
Hang on, listen.
I mean, Idris Muhammad is freaking excellent on that.
Go back to that other record, though. I want to talk about it. Not that. It's John Hicks, yeah. So that's, it's Light in the Attic, right? It's Tidal Wave, right?
Mm-hmm. I think
Tidal Wave music, right? So they did a couple of Chet Bakers too.
right.
One
Yeah,
called
the-
Mr. B, and the other one is
Yeah.
Cool Cat. Those are great.
Yeah, but they're not the best pressed records.
Not the best press records, but mine sound good except for the very end. The run out groove kind of ticks a little bit with the
Lightly
beat.
Act needs to get their shit together.
They
Whoever
do.
presses their records.
Well, I mean, those are cheap, and they're those are definitely on that label. I've got also the Eastern Rebellion 2,
Mm-hmm.
because it's got Bob Berg on it instead of George Coleman, I guess, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I
And
mean,
yeah. Huh?
that Eastern Rebellion thing it went on for quite a long time, because I think I have one that might have been at the Vanguard. I'm not sure, but
Well, I mean, it's got my guys on it, right? Cedar, Walton, Billy Higgins, and Sam Jones. It's like my favorite rhythm.
And
So
that's the only time I saw Cedar Walton was with Eastern Rebellion at the Vanguard.
nice.
And that was I'm trying to remember the formation of the group, but it was really, because they used to play like 2 weeks in December. Cedar Walton would play it at the Vanguard.
That's a pretty baller spot to have.
Yeah.
2 weeks of December, man. So I got those. I got the Rain de Graaf. We talked about Modal Soul. That's a freaking great record. Brandon, you have that one, right?
I love that record. It kind of blew my mind. That was one of those ones where it was in an area. I kind of threw it on the listening station, and I put it it was like maybe 10 seconds of the first track and 10 seconds of the second track, and I'm like, it was like $10, maybe $8.
Yep. I didn't listen to it. I just saw the cover, and I was like,
It looked it. I mean,
Modal
the title was really interesting.
Yeah.
The title was super interesting.
Yeah.
And then I played 2 tracks, and I was like, I'm taking this note easy. And I've been playing it quite a bit, actually.
I need to dig it out. I'm going to dig it out and listen to it. The only other timeless I have is that Carter Jefferson, Rise of Atlantis.
I remind it's interesting. The play, this is the one with all the Dutch players. The Modal Soul is, so I don't really know anybody,
right?
But Dick Vennick, who's kind of the guy that's featured on it, he's obviously inspired by Joe Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you can hear.
Can we see that cover? Yeah.
So, I mean, this record's, it's one of those records where pick it up because it's cheap. It's great.
Agreed.
It's a no-brainer. And it has a sound. I think, let's see, when did this come out?
79.
Yeah, 79, Timeless Muse. So
I don't know if that was the original version of it.
I think I like it because I'm such a big Joe Henderson fan, and it kind of reminds me of that in a certain way. Not necessarily like, it's just, I think the whole band has that kind of feel
right
to that. It's just that kind of like post-bop, like really interesting kind of stuff that they're doing. It's driving too. It's real. It's rhythm section heavy, driving songs. So
for sure, the original came out in 77 and from the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
And the Modal Soul is on the bottom. I think the American cover is better. It's the same picture, but the words are along the bottom. I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's really good.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I think next week I'm gonna go to the Vanguard and see Billy Hart.
Oh yeah,
his quartet, which is really good. Mark Turner on saxophone, Ethan Iverson on piano, and I can't remember who's on bass, but I think Ben Street on bass, if I'm correct. So, and that's going to be a killer week for those guys. So.
Well, it'll be amazing. I'm trying to remember. Oh,
hey,
what?
Nicole says, "What's up?" There's only one bum on screen.
Yeah, I know.
They left you again, Chris.
They always do, bro.
Behind. You have to represent though.
Nobody kicked you out, Felipe. You left the stream, bro.
I have to make a drum, okay?
Yeah, that's drama. Yeah, that's fair.
No, I was
Have to
actually
make a what?
looking for, I was looking for a timeless muse. I found this one here.
Oh, hang on.
Eastern Rebellion. Yeah,
Oh, sweet.
that's the one I have.
Nice.
Cedar Walton, Bill Higgins, George Coleman, and Sam Jones. And that's a 1979. That's a promo copy.
I wonder if that's just the Muse version of the first record.
I think
Sounds like it.
Yeah, but the version they do it Neymar here is just so good. And more for Joe.
It
Hey,
is
by the way, I look better. I fixed my computer.
Oh, I don't know if you look better, but your picture's clear.
Listen, mother effer.
I think you look better blurry.
Yeah,
He called the Greek squad.
that's the Super Mario version of you.
By the way, horrible paper sleeve. Come on, Light in the Attic.
Yeah, dude. They're cheap ass records for sure. It's a good record though. Put it through your hummingbird and then listen to it.
It's a horrible paper sleeve. Would you be okay with a good paper sleeve?
No. Yes, good paper sleeve has plastic on the inside.
Hey, there's a little paper inside my Light in the Attic. It says, "You just proved you're a stupid moron for buying a Light in the record." I go,
Maybe we can get them to send us some for free.
Here, I got some. This is really cool. Not jazz,
Uh-oh.
but and it's going to be my only non-jazz thing. It's a Japanese group called House in the Tall Grass. I think this is from, I want to say like 2000. I think it's about 2008.
Nice.
It's super like sort of like prog rock, but more like Stereolab.
Okay.
Pretty jammy, sort of like what was it? It reminded me a little bit of Stereolab, but it also kind of reminded me of Sea and Cake a little bit, Chicago. So mostly instrumental, kind of, but really mellow, super mellow, and fun. And I'm really digging it.